Everybody home?
Yes.
Hey, Machi.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Joe.
Lynch. Hey, I'm George Lynch. This is my creation. This is called the Headhunter guitar. This is based on an ESP Super V, this particular one. All mahogany. I stripped the guitar down, took everything off of it, and we started from the ground up. I reshaped the neck. It's a 5-piece neck. I flattened it out, give it kind of a C-neck shape. We've got the Brahma bull on the back here. It's a 2-piece mahogany body, very high quality mahogany. And then what we did, once we got it all taken apart, we routed it out. Once we got the basic route done, this wasn't done on CNC or anything, we did this by hand, it's in the video. Then we take Dremel tools and woodworking tools, actual chisels and things like that, and do all the detail work. Give it a much softer look and all this kind of natural patina. Then we take to sanding it. Once that's all done, what we do is we burn it. And we use torches and we do what you see here, all this wood burning. We have to be very careful that we don't damage the wood or the lamination or anything like that, so we do it with a cool flame, keep it watered down. Once that's done, I paint it with acrylic paint so we get this flame effect. And then we put a very light satin clear coat over it to seal it. The neck is not sealed with anything other than gun oil, which for my personal opinion, is a very nice feel to it. Very natural feel, and the wood can still breathe, yet it's still protected from temperatures and humidity and so forth, so the neck stays stable. It's a relatively wide, flat neck, not as wide as some of my guitars, but we've got Spurzl locking keys on it, which are the highest quality keys you can get, and trouble-free. Now, it's a stud tailpiece with a tune-o-matic, which we distressed, acid washed, flame torched, sanded, burnished. So you get the kind of this copper patina that comes through. Every single piece that we make has kind of a unique patina to it because we treat them, separately and do them individually. So we start with a non-chrome piece, so we don't have to de-chrome it, but they just end up looking 50 years old. They're beautiful, and I think there's something to be said for having metal-to-metal contact without the chrome and so forth. So do that to the pickups, and I want to talk about the pickups for a second. This particular pickup here is a reproduction of one of my old Dokken pickups. It's called DDJ. It's a Duncan distortion, but it was wound to my specifications. This came off a guitar from one of my early Dokken guitars, I think from 1987. All the specs are in there. It's a relatively beefy guitar. I think it's about 12K. It's degaussed. and I shorten the magnets, shorten the pole pieces on the bridge side to increase the magnetic field above the strings, as opposed to having it go south. So, and that compensates for the warmth and the darkness of the mahogany wood, we hope. These are all mounted on foam. This pickup here is wound to be something between a cross between a Pearly Gates and a 78. It's also customized. I wind these myself with a scatter wind and non-enamel wire, and degauss the magnets. And then, as you can see, we've embossed the name of the guitar on the pickup after it's been distressed and acid washed. And this is the third headhunter built, so this has a number 3 next to the headhunter. So now, if you pull these pickups out, I've wood burned my name into the cavity, and the serial number and the name of the guitar headhunter 3 into this cavity. Next up is the control grill here. This is a perforated metal panel that I've blowtorched and distressed. This is kind of a unique custom knob that I've commissioned. I've got about 50 of these that I have made, so I'll be putting on these on all my guitars. This is a push-push knob, so you don't have to pull it. So push down, get the neck up. It's the you can hear it. Up is the neck, I'm sorry. Down is the bridge. And the other feature we have here is the LEDs. You're very careful to insulate the electronics from the jack so that there's no electronic magnetic field. We have 3 LEDs. Make sure you don't leave that on, you drain the battery. The battery is embedded under these skulls. These are Tibetan yak horn, which are carved into skulls, in which then I stain with dye and tea and coffee and so forth, and we silicone these all together. So these skulls are sort of all glued together in one lump, and when you pull off this grill, you can pull these skulls out and the battery is embedded under here, so if you need to replace the battery. The LEDs are also replaceable. And I think that's about it. The headstock, not sure what kind of claws these are. I'm always hunting for bones. I'm out in New Mexico and Arizona. I've got friends everywhere and always collecting bones, and I've got these prehistoric claw bones. These are actually like, I don't know, a million years old or something. And so I route these little cavities. This just takes a lot of time, man. I got to route each one of these out because the bones are, the claws are thicker here than they are here. So you really got to be careful with routing. Make one mistake and you're in trouble. So we've set these in. It says ESP, and then we wood burn it and stain it and so forth, and attach the machine heads to it. So I think that's it. It's got 6100 Dunlop frets, which are high, the second widest fret that they make, and we got the jack on the side where it belongs, and all these are unique. These are one of a kind. This one is will never be reproduced exactly like this again. So I hope it finds a happy home somewhere in Japan.
What is this, Joji? Tell me.
Well, these guitars are my babies. These are my children. So when I give them away, they come with a birth certificate, and it took me a little while to figure out how to do this, but I took regular kind of certificate software and printed these out. And then what I did is I just embellished it a little bit. So, watercolor them and put acrylic paints on them and sand through them. And each one is unique. This one I put little Milagro Mexican cards. Some kind of little bingo game that played in Mexico. And I took these cards and glued them on there, and I put some glitter and some paint. And then I have this kind of a silica powder that comes from the dust of the earth of New Mexico, that comes from the volcanoes, and I kind of rub that into the edges, and some glitter and so forth, and I sand it, and then I burn the edges with a torch and bury it in my backyard for a couple of weeks. One other thing I do, which is pretty cool, is I took a typewriter apart, an old typewriter, and then I create, different letters, different words with that. So I got Headhunter typed in up here that I artificially stamped on there, and it's dated and signed. And this guitar is serial number 6 of a limited run of handcrafted guitars created by George Lynch. The original and unique guitar was made in August, September of 2009 and will never be duplicated exactly. It is part of a limited series of guitars which will continue to evolve. Alright, this is George Lynch. I just want to let you know that my band Lynch Mob with Oni Logan, Marco Mendoza, and Scott Coogan is going to be playing Tokyo Loud Festival October 17th. We'll be playing with Judas Priest, who's at the top of the bill, Ace Frehley, Dokken, Lynch Mob, and Steel Panther. So I hope you come see us on October 17th at Loud Park Festival. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye. See you again.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
See you guys.
See you, George. Have fun. Be safe.
That was only for the